Hey there, Joff here. So your goal will determine how much motivation and how much willpower you have when working towards it. Okay, so if you have a real big goal, just for example, you're getting married or the doctor tells you need to exercise because you're going to get a heart condition or something that's really important to you, you have a full battery of motivation. If you've got a goal that is slightly less important, maybe you're going on holiday and you want to look in shape, maybe you've got the Christmas party coming up and you want to be able to fit into a dress, your goal is your battery life is slightly reduced, but it's still got a lot of battery life there. If we go down from there, your next goal might be something like you want to run a 10K because you want to do it with your friends, you want to prove to them, you want to prove to yourself that you can do this, you've always wanted to do it, you want to do some sort of event. There can be loads of different things, I'm just giving you examples. That will give you a certain amount of battery life again. And then the last one is after the weekend, you're feeling a little bit fat, so you want to get back in shape. One of your friends has told you about a new diet, so you really want to give it a good go. That gives you some battery life as well. Okay. Now, when we start an exercise program, the motivation is very high. When we start a diet, it's easy to stick to begin with, but all the time you're chipping away at that willpower, you're chipping away at that motivation. Now, if your goal isn't that important to you, it's one of the bottom goals, you just decided one weekend that you wanted to change shape and you go on something extreme, like you go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week and you do 2-hour sessions, you go ketogenic, you're going to chip away at that willpower and that motivation very quickly. And before you know it, you won't be as motivated as you were before and you'll probably stop. Now, if your goal is still the wedding and it's gearing up towards it or the life-threatening disease, and guess what? You've still got plenty more battery life. You're probably digging a little bit more, but ultimately you're going to chip away at it. So how we can recharge the batteries is one of the ways is through seeing some progression in our training. So if you're actually starting to train, you get to a point where you start to notice some differences. Maybe you're lifting some heavier weights. Maybe you've dropped some weight. Maybe you've lost some body fat. Maybe some trousers are fitting differently to what they did before. That's actually going to give you some battery life because you feel inspired, you feel a little bit more motivated. That's like charging your motivation or your motivation battery up. Okay, so I guess the take home from this is make sure your goal at the end or what you're building towards really means something to you. If you're kind of dipping in and out of exercise programs, you really need to nail down what your goal is. I'm sure you've done it before when something was really important to you, you managed to stick at it. But it's down to you to set something. Sit down with your friends, your family, set some goals and get out of your comfort zone. Maybe you sign up for a race that you never dreamed of that you were going to do. Maybe you get into bodybuilding, you go on stand in a bodybuilding show. Something that seems so crazy now that you can build towards will give you that green battery that's going to work towards, that's going to help you stay committed and stay motivated through your goal. All right, a little bit of a longer video today, but I hope that makes sense and I'll see you soon.